Alaska in the winter, north of the Arctic Circle. What kind of a moron would take a trip there? Well, this one would. Check it out as I took a couple of bush flights up there, had a great chance to photograph the Aurora Borealis at night, drove around and checked out the really weird, scrawny trees that grow so far north, took a flight north from Bettles, way into gates of the Arctic National Park, where we had to do this spiraling 1G approach into the town of Anaktuvuk Pass, where I just about froze everything off.
Some cold shit
and then on the way home, had a conversation with this real interesting Eskimo girl who told us about a plane crash just the very week before.
So we share that bad luck story.
We might have another one here shortly.
Hopefully not. Hopefully that'll be the only bad luck.
Join me on this incredible adventure into the Alaskan bush in the middle of winter.
Wind pretty steady in its direction?
For a while. You know, if you get a high and a low, then you start mixing it up. You know, get in between it, the wind will change higher up. Get into a high and it swaps. Depending on how far you go.
Can you get that in a digital version if you have it on an iPad or something?
Right, as long as the battery keeps working at 40 below.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess it'll get pretty cold in here, huh?
No batteries in this one.
Right.
Your heater fails.
Yep.
Still gotta last.
Yep. Wind's picking up. We should probably start heading back to the lodge. Yeah, this is starting to be a real wind. Better get going. Well, this is real time. I'm recording this right now, video. It's probably about 15 below 0 Fahrenheit, and it's really difficult to keep the cameras functioning at this temperature. But, yeah, pretty cool phenomenon. So this is the winter road that goes from Dalton to Bettles, and they're just about finished with it. So we're just giving a little test run. I'm with Emma, professional driver, originally from Compton,
Straight out of Compton.
Straight out of Compton, as you can tell.
Yeah.
Very obvious. Don't these trees look like Dr. Seuss trees?
Yeah, they do, huh?
On the ice road. We're going to be turning around now. Temperature minus 15 to minus 20 Fahrenheit. Actually feels pretty decent with basically no wind. Very dry, so it's a really tolerable cold. And Emma's doing a nice job driving. She's a professional driver, truck driver, so she knows how to handle these conditions. Alaska.
I'm a pretty scientifically minded guy, so when I see the aurora, I'm thinking about the Earth's magnetic field and solar radiation. But this trip had one of those really magical moments where I was standing out under the stars, seeing the aurora. It was 20 below. I was by myself, and a tiny red tendril broke off from the green. And at that very moment, a shooting star came right through it, leaving this long, luminous tail. And I stopped thinking about the aurora as some sort of scientific phenomenon. It made me think about the smallness of the Earth and the immensity of space. And for lack of a better term, it was a spiritual moment. What more could you hope for?
So coming in out of the cold, it's about minus 20 out there. And I can see the frost that instantly forms on anything metallic. The tripod's covered in frost. And the camera also would be covered in frost. It was before I started doing this. So you got to put it in a baggie and let the temperature equalize before you take it out. First night I made the mistake of bringing it in and actually took the lens off immediately later inside to change lenses, and the sensor frosted up. The sensor. Luckily they have a hairdryer, which worked a charm. We're going. All right.
And my hair is wet, and that's gonna freeze back.
There you go.
There.
All right. Yeah, that might freeze too.
All right.
Okay. Oh, it's dark. Oh, this will be interesting. Okay, coming outside here. And the temperature is below minus 20, maybe minus 22-ish, 24. You can take a look at the temperature gauge there. I don't know if that shows up. Kind of. We might do this again in the daytime if it's still cold. Okay, so will the water freeze before it hits the ground at minus 20-ish? Yes, it worked. Whoa, awesome. Well, Francis, we're happy to have you on board. Because of you, we're all going to Anaktuvuk. So thanks for coming today.
Thank you for joining me.
Yeah.
Now, are you Eskimo? 100%? Full-blooded. Full-blooded. Oh, we're on with a full-blooded.
Can you please say something in Eskimo language?
Everybody got their
We're
seatbelts
not going to
on?
know what you say anyway.
Yep, I think we're good to go.
Yeah.
We're all built in.
Anaktuvuk kukir ilang maya.
Thanks. Cool. All right.
That's your city song.
Here we go. I'll edit that.
You might have noticed the spot locator beacon on the dashboard of the aircraft. Here's a track of where we were going, starting there in Bettles. And the entire route we took that day, Bettles to Anaktuvuk and then down to Fairbanks. Close-up of the Anaktuvuk Pass Airport and back in Fairbanks to Warblow's Air Ventures, where we finished up the day.
Anaktuvuk Pass.
I average like 45 hours. I have 35 months.
Okay, Anaktuvuk Pass, minus 30 measured, winds blowing, wind chill's pretty severe, and I'm going to be getting back on this airplane before I freeze my lips off. Police officer, North Slope Borough. Arctic Slope. Passenger. There's some cold shit up here. This is really cold up here. Whew. Need to get back on this airplane.
Because your weather, the weather robot, the thing that reports the weather.
I was walking around like this.
How long were you out in this cold before you came in?
Maybe half an hour.
You were out there in a half an hour dressed like this?
I
In
was
tennis
in
shoes?
I was in a car.
Oh, in a car, okay.
Your seatbelts, keep them fastened, actually snug them up.
Pilot said it's going to be a bumpy takeoff, so tighten your seatbelts. $7.45 a gallon right now for gas. Cheaper than Bettles.
And the propane is $300.
For a big canister. How long does that last?
About 2.5 months.
Is there a winter road into Anaktuvuk?
Huh?
Is there a winter road into Anaktuvuk?
They always said those really big cargo planes.
Yeah. So they can fly cars and everything.
There was a fire in the tank farm this summer and almost got to the gas station. And there was an airplane crash 2 weeks ago with Wright.
Yeah, I heard about that.
The mountain, the engine was out.
The engine failed, huh? Coming in?
Yeah, and the survivors are really
Yeah, but I heard nobody died.
no, they had one bar for their cell phone, and they called for help.
Wow.
It took them 2 minutes for the
How did people get there?
machine.
Okay.
The helicopter got there.
Did the helicopter come from Fairbanks?
Maybe
Maybe Prudhoe?
there's a teacher that's still recovering. He broke his leg.
Yeah, we heard the pilot was in Seattle. In and out. He's going to be in the hospital for like a year.
They took him out with the stretcher
Oh, really?
because they couldn't open the door.
Oh, wow.
So they had to use their emergency exit.
Wow. Well, that was a single engine plane though, right?
Huh?
That plane only had one engine.
Yeah.
These ones have two engines.
Oh, the left side came out.
Oh, the left side. Okay, it did have two engines then.
And it didn't catch fire.
It did not.
It was on the mountain like that. And the girls got out and they ran up the mountain for it.
Wow, that's lucky. They were able to get cell service.
They're both traumatized.
I would imagine.